and communicating with people effectively, and just physically being on the set and working for 8, 9, 10 hours a day. And I couldn't do it
Longer.
anymore. Yeah, and longer. And I couldn't do it anymore. I turned to playwriting as a quiet way to continue telling stories, because it just involves myself, and I can make as many mistakes as I need to, take as much time as I need to, and eventually come out with a finished story, play. And so that takes a lot of stress off of me, and it's just, bottom line, it was just not possible to continue with the filmmaking as I am.
Life always brings us issues that we have to make adaptations and adjustments for,
Yeah.
including the fact I forgot to hit a button again on this Zoom meeting. So I'm not going to start us over.
Okay.
I'm just going to fill in the information because when I remembered to hit it this time, you were already speaking about how you made the transition from filmmaking to playwriting.
Okay.
And in particular, in our case, it's called That Guy, the story of a playwright who's going through writer's block at the moment. This is part of our upcoming showcase, Wake Up to Life Out of the Ashes, featuring 4 African American playwrights, of which you are one that we are waiting to showcase because you are such a wonderful writer, as are the other 3. And we'll be doing this showcase May 15th and 16th. So we'll have many more details the closer we get to that weekend in May. And we hope that we will be able to do performances live at Rainey, which is one of our sponsors and hosts, and that if not, we'll do it by Zoom. In either event, we're doing this showcase because Cuyahoga Arts and Culture speaking of awards, has awarded us a grant so that we can proceed and produce this project. So right now, do you happen to have anything else in the works now that we're getting ready to do That Guy? Do you have other plays in the back or front of your head?
Yeah, I'm working on a play now, actually 2 plays, but sort of bouncing back and forth between the 2 that are in the early stages of development, and I'm really excited about them because they speak to, one just came to me yesterday. And it's just one of those great moments where you get a great idea, and it's like, wow, where did that come from? So, so I'm going to work on that one and work on another one that has addresses some issues about what's going on in the world today, and try to tell it in an entertaining way. And I'll also be writing some monologues. I've written 3 already, which are on YouTube, and I plan to write some more. And yeah, so that's what's going on in my universe.
And speaking of YouTube and social media and what have you, if our audience, viewers, want to connect with you as a playwright, as a person, um, a lovely gentleman who is experiencing some health issues, and you can be a resource, I suppose, to others who are experiencing similar things. How can people connect with you so that they can either get involved with you as a playwright or as a human being?
Yeah, I have a website, which is www.peteranthonyfields.com. And I'm also on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. And my email address is Peter OCTB@gmail.com. You can contact me that way. And yeah, so So I'm kind of everywhere on social media.
Easily accessible. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We are looking forward to showcasing that guy. All the works are original works by our African American playwrights. All of the folks in the Cleveland area certainly shall enjoy your play. And we look forward to working with you throughout this project and hopefully for future reference. Even though we are doing this round as stage readings, we are going to hope that with COVID-19 and economics, that we can then go back and revisit these plays as full productions. But you know how life is, of course, and that remains to be seen. But that's our hope. And I forget which poet says, hope springs eternal in the human breast.
Yes.
Breast, yeah. So, well, I want to thank, yes, sir.
I also want to say that one of the important things that I wanted to get across with that guy, the play, is that life can throw you some lemons, and it's up to us how we respond to that. And as I wrote in the book version of the stage play, let's get busy making lemonade. So we turn the negative into something positive. And so through that, we can have better understanding about our situation and handle it in an effective way.
That is the purpose of this project, is to showcase folks overcoming issues and making that proverbial lemonade out of life's lemons that they've been handed. And you've done a wonderful, marvelous job of that. I'm hoping, like I said, that we can do a full production because it is a wonderful play and gets into the characters. Yeah. I'm big on character development and, interpreting and analyzing copy. And your Stephen character is, he's a complex character, and that's what you like when you are reading, or watching a play. Yeah. So we want to thank you for putting up with me. I'm going to be honest, and this is my very first attempt at a Zoom meeting. Only took me 3, 4, 5 tries to get it right. But I appreciate your patience. So we're going to end now. I'm going to thank you. Look forward to working with you and chatting with you throughout this process. You have a beautiful day. And I'm going to stop our, where is it? Oh, up here. There's too many things for people like me to have to deal with. Yeah. So until next time, darling. Okay. Take care. And folks, we're getting ready to meet someone else from the showcase. So stay tuned. Okay. Okay. Big switch. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Can you see and hear me okay? Yeah. Yep, I can. I'm trying to get situated here. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. I was just laughing. I mean, it's not funny, but it's just the whole thing has a sense of humor. Don't laugh, honey. You could turn out this way. Just beware. You could turn out. No, I'm there. I'm there with you. I'm up there. I'm 72 years old, and I got you beat, honey. I'm much further along the road. There's a commercial that says about her age. She says it's an unlisted number. Yes. on this commercial. So while we don't talk about where we are with ages, I want
Yeah,
to
yeah.
introduce Evonne Fields Gould, who is an African American playwright that we are showcasing in our upcoming project, Wake Up to Life Out of the Ashes, scheduled for presentation Saturday, May 15th and Sunday, May 16th. Honestly, we are not sure yet whether we're going to be able to do live performances that are COVID friendly, or whether it'll be by Zoom, but whichever way, we'll be promoting it. And thanks to Cuyahoga Arts and Culture funding, we are able to bring this project to our folks in Cleveland and share how wonderful um, African American playwrights are. And these are playwrights, Evonne, may be a playwright who's not as well known as, say, who? August Wilson?
Yeah.
So tell us about, you have written a play called Where Winter Rests on a Wounded Heart. And tell us a little bit about the story that would make audiences want to come see it.
It's about a lady named Claire and how she's dealing with the challenges of dyslexia and how it impacted her life as a child and an adult and her family and friends, and how she has to deal with them with this challenge, and
A
how,
learning condition.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And it takes her through several phases of, what is her worth, having this challenge, and uh how can she deal with it, should she deal with it, and through the the coming in contact with two people, mainly her son, who helps her with this, where the other people in her life, her ex-husband and her daughter, is not that supportive of her, and understanding of her problems of dealing with this throughout life, feeling not worth being a person, and feeling dumb and stupid is, the negative side, how people used to see people with disabilities. They didn't take them as someone of value. They had any kind of intelligence, which they do. They may not have the ability to achieve in one area, but they have the ability to achieve in another area. And
Right.
so it's not seen, and that's the reason why I wanted to write this, to bring awareness that we are, because I deal with it. I've been dealing with it all my life, so, which I don't like to bring out, because you do get this negative feedback from people when they find out about this. And I wanted to bring it to people's awareness that we are human beings, we have feelings, and don't devalue us any more than what we feel inside. And
Self-esteem issues,
yes,
self-image.
very much
Yes.
so. And so I just want to bring, awareness to people that, we need to feel valued and look at as a human being,
Mhm.
you know. And we're not just this like a little dumb puppy or something, and
Well, one thing is, I think that as a country, a community, I
Mhm,
think have become a little better about folks with challenges.
mhm.
I'm a former educator, but that was back in Columbian prehistoric times. They had not even invented some of these conditions,
Mhm,
like dyslexia, autism, a scale, how folks are on the spectrum. Um, what's the other one that they had in the ADHD?
mhm,
That's how far back I go. And then what few kids, I'll say kids,
mhm.
uh, had demonstrated issues, we didn't understand it. There was no training back
Yeah.
then. But I think the world has come a fairly long way in recognizing now um, that folks with challenges are just ordinary people with issues. However, in your play, Clarice, right? Yeah.
Can't remember.
I can't either.
That's my senior brain working.
Uh,
Claire, I think her name was Claire.
what's her name?
Claire.
Claire. Oh,
Yeah.
I was close. Don't laugh. I keep telling folks you could turn out like this. But she's not treated so nicely by a couple of her family members. And yet, as rough as it is for her, she is overcoming the self-image, self-esteem issues that her family has imposed negativity, on her. So it's a wonderful piece about an individual, a main character who is meeting and has overcome, because she does become a great author. Does she not? Yes. And that's not revealing too much, but the journey that she's on is encouraging and inspiring, because she is about 60 years of age. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so it also goes to show age is only a number.
Yes.
You are not too old to do this or to do that, because you and life are continuing on.
Yes.
How long did it take you to write this piece, by a chance?
It started as a short story. One of Peter's classmates wanted me to write, because she's diagnosed with dyslexia, and she wanted me to tell a story about dealing with it. And maybe, I don't know, the first one draft maybe 2 weeks or so, but then I decided to make it into a play. And I really can't say. I don't know, maybe a month or so. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
that's not bad at all. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What made you, was the encouragement from this classmate that caused you to write the play, or was there some other motivation for you to take on this project?
That was part of it, but like I said, I've always wanted to try to explain about dyslexia, and I wanted to sort of do like a self-therapy for myself to come to terms with what I'm dealing with dyslexia, which I have not been diagnosed with, but I have so many symptoms that are so, that I can relate to as being dyslexia. And I just, use it as a form of therapy. Like, yeah, I can't do this.
Self-therapy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And, and dealing with words that I may have a hard time with, and understanding. It's just a matter of developing, I wanted to develop myself, but basically, it's mostly like therapy, and doing something for a friend of Peter's who wanted to have something out there about the challenges we have with it and how people perceive us.
And Peter is your lovely son.
Yeah.
And you haven't given yourself credit for being the mom of someone who has health challenges. And that's, being a caretaker on any level is quite a challenge. So applauding you for being an advocate and a champion for Peter as he deals, with Parkinson's. And that's going to come out in the plays that, we showcase. The project, I Wake Up to Life Out of the Ashes, scheduled for May 15th and 16th. Now, if people want to connect with you as a playwright, quote, a person, how can they contact you easily?
It's Cherokee Rose 24 at yahoo.com.
Okay, Cherokee Rose 24 at yahoo.com.
Yes.
Now, do you have, before we go, do you have any other projects you're working on or will be working on?
Yes. Yes, I'm working on a book, a novel that is a suspense, supernatural type of story, which is going to take me a while because I like to write long stories
Okay.
and novels, and I enjoy writing novels better than I do writing plays, which is maybe not a good thing to say, but
No, you follow your passions. We all have
yeah.
preferences. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm trying to compile a book with a lot of my short stories, some poems, some haikus. I think that's what they call them that I
Yes.
worked on when I was at Kent State University. Um, and I'm trying to promote my novel, A Bond of Love, which is on Amazon. And
What's the title again, hon?
A Bond of Love.
And it's on Amazon.
Yeah, it's this. I don't know if you can see or.
Oh, there you. Oh, what a pretty cover.
Yeah, so I'm trying to promote that one, and just promote myself in general, for my writing, and because I have a monologue that was produced in the Seneca Falls Journal at the Women's Hall of Fame. So that I have a monologue that was in there with a group from professors from Kent State University. We got together and did a what is it, it's like a conference where groups are selected to participate in the Seneca Falls dialogue. It's it's every other year that this goes on. And also I'm trying to promote my other play, which Can There Be Justice for TJ, which is based on the monologue, and I turned it into a play.
Okay.
So
that happens more than once. Yes.
Yes.
Where a playwright does that, starts with one piece and then ends up converting it to another piece. Well, listen, I want to thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us as one of our featured playwrights for our Wake Up to Life Out of the Ashes project. We certainly look forward to meeting you at the event, either hopefully live and in person. And we want to wish you, much success as a playwright. And hopefully, after we do these as stage readings, I don't know whether I mentioned it before, but we want to go back and revisit the same plays and do them as full productions. And in this way, you'll receive more promotion so that you and your work can become a well-known quantity, not only in the greater Cleveland area, but certainly as far as all this technology will take us. Honest to God, I mean, you should have seen what it took for me to connect to this doggone meeting.
Yeah, I could never do it. So I just go.
I have a computer tech who is very patient with me. Running out of patience, I think, but he's very patient because I have to write down the steps, and I've missed a step or two. But that's my life. I got my issues that I'm dealing with. So we hope that you'll enjoy the rest of your day. You'll stay warm, and hopefully you'll write more that the public will be interested in reading, performing, and getting to know you. So thanks again. You have a great, great day.
You too, and thank you for inviting me.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Take care. I'm out.
Okay.
I think.